Hey guys, what's up? Hey, Jeff Hansen here. I got an incredible topic today. What we're talking about today is 3 success habits of highly successful people. Okay? 3 success habits of highly successful people. And I'm gonna tell you, I was really excited about this because there's 3 things that you can actually do right now. You don't have to wait. It's not something you need, or you need this to do that or whatever. You can do it right now. You can start immediately right after the video. And of course, those that don't know me, my name is Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox. Silver Fox because of the hair. You know, hair. And, oh well, I had a goatee. I shaved it. Okay, but let's get into the topic real quick. Let's not beat around the bush. Okay. Also, you should, if you hear anything you like and brought some value to you, hit the like and subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. If you see this in one of my Facebook groups, 365 Days of Fitness Challenge, or my Facebook page, simply friend me and be a friend, and you can get the notifications for every show, because I have a live talk show. This is not the live talk show, but this is a video. But I have the live talk show every night, 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 to 8, okay? And you can get all of my content, okay? All of the videos, okay? So, let's jump right into it. Boom! Okay? 3 success habits of highly successful people. Okay? First one is this. Be open to risk, or take risks, but be open to calculated risk. Meaning, you don't make foolish decisions. Don't go get all your money and put on a racehorse and wishing it wins. No. Or take all your money and put in the lottery. No. Calculated risk. Meaning risk that you have some semblance of control over. Okay, because to take no risk is probably the riskiest move ever. When you take no risk, that's like you're looking to live phenomenally. You're looking to live a very successful lifestyle, and with no risk, that's impossible. And that's one of the things I noticed about people that are not successful and people that are successful. People that are successful look for calculated risk. See, buying a house is a calculated risk. Buying an investment property is even a greater calculated risk. Okay? Successful people, they'll go, do you have benefits? And will I get paid every week? Where the highly successful says, if I perform, will I get paid? And the greater I perform, the greater I get paid. They look forward to that. But those that are not, they're not, they're risk adverse against risk, they don't do that. But then they're low risk, low reward. High risk, high reward. And the best kind of risk is a calculated risk, where it's a risk, a smaller risk, but it's a great big reward. Those are the ones you look for. So be open to calculated risk. Because I'm going to tell you something. Jim Carrey had a story about his family, which I thought was so powerful. He said that his father had a natural gift of comedy. So what he would, at parties and things like that, family gatherings, he'd have people in stitches rolling on the floor laughing. So he said his father could have been a great comedian. But he didn't take that risk. He knew it was a risk, and he decided not to take it. He became an accountant instead. A nice, safe accountant job, right? He ended up getting fired from that accounting job, and their family struggled to make ends meet, struggled to put food on the table. See, and he said the lesson that he learned, and I thought this was so powerful, he said the lesson that he learned from that was, you can fail at what you don't know. So you might as well go after what you love. Wow, that hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, you know what? That's true. And so I started gearing my life toward calculated risk. I started opening the door to calculated risk. It was a calculated risk that got me this beautiful apartment. It was a calculated risk that got me my vehicle that I'm driving now. That's actually having me making $1,400-$1,500 a week. It is, all these things are calculated risk. Calculated risk means starting my wholesale company. Calculated risk, building a gym and taking on clients to train. All these things are calculated risks. But I've been safe before, and I was working 12-hour days, standing in a warehouse, putting food in a basket. I've taken the safe way, and I ended up struggling every single day to make ends meet. No. I'll do it the way my mentor told me. Calculate the risk, Jeff. Calculate the risk, calculate the reward, and if it's worth it, take the risk. Okay? 2. Number 2 habit of highly successful people. Think big. Think big. There's a book that I read years ago called The Magic of Thinking Big. I've read it recently too. The Magic of Thinking Big. The magic of thinking big is, if it's not big enough, it doesn't create that excitement that gets you up early, to make you work harder than you've ever worked, to make you train harder than you've ever trained. It gotta be big. If it's not scary, it's not big enough. If it doesn't scare the people around you, and the people around you start laughing at you because you set that goal or that dream or that aspiration, it's not big enough. Do you not know it takes just as much strength to shoot for something small than to shoot for something big? But you know what the difference is? If you get something small, what do you got? You get something big, you got something that satisfies you, something that make you say, oh man, it was worth it. I remember it was a New Year's morning. I got up and I just started running. I wanted to run, and I went out running. And I said, this year I want to do something that I've never done before. And I wanted so far out of my comfort zone. Oh my God, I want it to terrify me. So I said, I'm going to run a marathon. The most I had ever ran was the 5 miles I ran in the Marine Corps. I'm going to run a marathon. So then, I didn't even know how much a marathon was. So I went and looked it up. 26.2 miles. I said, Lord have mercy. What? Man, boy, are you crazy? Especially, you're 49? You going to run your first marathon? You crazy. You know what? I'm gonna do it. So I made up my mind. Started downloading the stuff and reading marathon books, watching marathons, watching those Africans who are amazing. And I started training. At first I ran around the block, ran half the block, walked half the block. Then I could run the whole block. Then I could run 3 blocks. Then I could run a half a mile. Built up. Got to the place. I ran a marathon. When I ran across that finish line, and they give you your finisher's medal, yes! Felt good about it. Yes! All the pain. Yes! All the soreness. Because it was worth it. And what if I set a goal to run 3 blocks? Duh. Right? So, magic of thinking big. The magic of thinking big is that it makes you grow. It will demand that you grow. It will demand that you become more resourceful. It will demand that you make more money. It will demand that you study harder when you set bigger goals. And it will demand you evolve into what you dream to be. Because if it's big enough, you gotta realize you're not big enough at that time to have it. See, I had to grow and expand to run that marathon. I have to grow and expand to go skydiving. And you're gonna have to grow and expand when you set the goal or the dream or the aspiration big enough. And don't listen to those people that cower and play it so safe. That's why they never change. 5 years, they'll be the same person. 10 years, they'll be the same person. You want to evolve in all that you can be. And only pressure does that. And pressure comes by dreaming and going after goals and dreams and aspirations that are outside of your comfort zone. Outside of what you can presently do. I was talking to some guys in the gym, and I was squatting and I got stuck and I had to throw the weight off. And guys was like, yo, man, you gotta be careful, man. I said, no. I said, you don't understand. That set right there is what I came to the gym for. Because that set showed me showed me that I was not where I needed to be. And now I have a target. I said, that's what I come to the gym looking for. Failure. Because failure inspires me to be greater. See, it might look like a mountain now to you, and that's because you're at the size that you are. But see, the mountain can't grow, but you can. That mountain can become your molehill if you keep growing and following. And the only way you do that is you go for something that's bigger than what you're used to. You have to think big. That's habit number 2. So let's go over real quick. Habit number 1 was be open to calculated risk. Risk that you can kind of control a little bit, so it becomes calculated. And if the risk is small and the reward is great, go for it. Kick fear in the face and go for it. Feel the fear and do it anyway. What's number 2? Thinking big. You have to think big. There's magic and there's boldness in big thinking. And it will create in you a desire to be a bigger person. And the bigger and greater you become, the bigger and greater you can build your life. Okay, let's go. Number 3. Number 3 is the one, oh my goodness, I struggle with it. I struggle with it now even. But I gotta get better and better and better. It's gonna make me keep growing. It's gonna make me keep coming. So I can grow into all that the Creator has put in me. And I can access all that great potential. And that is writing it down. Woo! That's one of the hardest things for me to do. Is have a notebook in my pocket and write it down. What you doing? Writing it down. What are you writing down? What I gotta do tomorrow. What are you writing down? The goals for myself physically, the goals for myself financially, the goals for myself spiritually, the goals for myself weight-wise, health-wise, blood pressure-wise. You know, I set those goals, my savings goals, my investment goals, writing them down, And actually writing it down, I said in another video on YouTube, on my YouTube page, is writing things down is the first act of creation that takes something out of your headspace and putting it into the physical world. It becomes the blueprint. And if you keep following and keep growing and keep coming, and guess what? That becomes starts to blossom into the manifestation of that thing that was once in your head. And remember this, as long as it's in your head, it's a wish. It doesn't become a goal until you write it down. So habit number 3 is write it down. It puts it deeper into the subconscious mind. It sinks that commitment level deeper. It intensifies that desire for it when you write it down. Especially when you write it down and hang it up in a place that you're going to look every single day. So write it down. So number 1 was, anyone remember? Be open to calculated risk. Be open to calculated risk. You cannot play life safe. No one survives life. We all gonna die. But go after it, man. Don't be controlled by fear. Don't let fear paralyze you. Let fear galvanize you to become all that you need to be. 2. What's number 2? Thinking big. You have to think big. There's magic and there's magic in it. Magic and boldness in it. You become greater when you think big. Your compensation is so much better when you think big. And remember, it takes just as much strength to think big as to think small. But here's the problem. What if you accomplish what's small? It's small. But if you accomplish what's big, there's a sense of satisfaction, there's a sense of greatness, there's a sense of accomplishment that you have. And remember, if what you're thinking about, if the goal you set or the dream you set, if it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. If people are not laughing at you because they think it's foolish, it's not big enough. It has to have the power in it to embarrass you. Think big. That's number 2. Number 3 is write it down. The first act of creation, of manifesting it from the spiritual world to the natural world, is writing it down. Because that's something in the spiritual world that only you know about, and you just put it on concrete paper. And remember, as long as it's in your head, it's a wish. When it gets into when you write it down, it becomes a goal. That's a major difference. Because that will make you stay focused on it because it's right there. Okay? So there's 3 steps, 3 habits of highly successful people are: 1, be open to calculated risk. 2, think big. 3, write it down. Okay, this is Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox. And remember, if you want to subscribe to our channel, go on the channel, check out some of the videos. Got a lot of good content on there. All you have to do is put T-B-Y-E, or Jeff Hansen T-By. And that's the YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe, hit this, the notification bell so that you'll get our notifications when the show is on. The show is on every night, and it's a live show from 7 to 8 p.m. Okay? I hope to see you there. Make comments and let us know what you would like to hear, what you would like to see, and we'll try to accomplish that. Do that, okay? Also, if you watch the show in its entirety when you're on YouTube, we oftentimes give you free audiobooks and free resources that will help you become you 2.0, to go from you 1.0 to you 2.0. Because on our show, we believe that if we give you tips and share tips and strategies with you to help you become the best you ever, you'll build your best life ever. So God bless you, and may heaven smile upon you. Peace.